Peace. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Having a little trouble here. I don't know if y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, press 1. Testing. Testing. Peace to the guys and the goddesses. This is Brother Sakim. Man. Peace to the guys and goddesses. This is Brother Sakim, and tonight we're going to have Brother Taliib on, a Nuwapian, and he's going to be speaking on the Sabians, or the Nuwapians that call themselves Sabians. And his topic is a good thing that they call themselves Sabians. So now we're going to go ahead in and see what the brother got to say. And maybe all you Nuwapians should listen, or Sabians should listen, and see whether or not you agree. I'm going to give him a call right now. Now, I just spoke to the brother.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Let me call him again, because I just spoke to him, so maybe something came up, so I'll just go ahead and...
You have reached the voicemail box.
Just spoke to him like 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. I'm not sure what happened, but he is supposed to go into exactly what he thinks, because we both was Nuwapian, or started as Nuwapians, ran into the Nuwapian nation and bettered ourselves. I came from Christianity. I'm not sure where he came from, but let's try it again. I mean, I just spoke to him. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, peace. Brother Talib.
How's it going, brother?
Good, good. It's an honor to have you back on.
It's an honor to be here.
Yes, and I made the mistake of not asking you for a topic, but I made the topic, if you want me to change it, it's good that they call themselves Sabian.
Sure.
Right.
Come with me.
Yeah, because that's what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Right. So you know how we do. You have the floor. Go in and do your thing.
Okay. Like I always do, and I always say, first I'd like to start off by saying this. Don't believe anything I'm about to say to you. Check it for yourself. That's what Doc always taught. Check it for yourself. Okay? Don't believe me. Don't believe anyone. Check the information for yourself. And for those of you who might, for whatever reasons, think that too hard to find information, remember this. You walk around with a computer on your hip or in your pocket every day. You call it a cell phone. A cell phone or mobile device, tablet, what have you, give access to the entire world. Okay? The whole world. You can get information from the whole world. The information I'm about to relay to you, referring to the Sabians, is something I found within about 30, maybe 60 days of doing some searching and some researching. Because I'm just straightforward. I never heard of the Sabians until my brother, Kim, told me that the Nuwapian nation has changed their names to Sabian. Okay? I never heard of the Sabians. So me and Zakim, we started doing some searching and researching on who they were, because that's what Nuwapians do. Being that Nuwapians are scientists, we don't know something, we start doing some searching and some researching to find out what we don't know. Okay? To find the answers. And believe me, we're not looking for no specific specific answers that's going to please us. Okay, that's not what we do. We just go, get the information, search the information, do some more research on the information, and whatever the information says, whatever the evidence says, hey, there it is. Like it or not, that's it. That's what we do. Okay? So, let me begin. Let me get right to this. First, I want people to understand a few things about the Sabian things. Oh, I have to say this. After I've done this searching and researching on this Sabian subject, I'm overwhelmed with joy. Oh, I have to preface it by saying this. This is not directed at the people who never met Doc, never really, sat in his classes, never really studied Doc's writings, Doc's information personally, meaning you never actually read the information. Okay, you might have been the type of person who sat in one of the mirrors and asked a question about something, and the person standing there or persons in there gave you some information that you didn't check. Okay? At first you didn't check to see, you didn't say to them, prove it. Give me the proof. Okay? If you didn't say to them, give me the proof, you sat there like people will do, and because of, how can I say it, the surroundings and the energy and all of that, they have to be telling the truth, and it has to be a fact. No. Doc told you, don't even believe Doc. That's what Doc said. Doc said, these are the words of Doc. Literally, don't believe me. Check it for yourself. It's out there. The information is out there. check it for yourself. Don't believe me. Check it for yourself. So, I'm not directing this to those people. What I'm doing this for is, one, the people who are just misleading and lying and straightforward, just doing this BS, they already know me. They already know my point of view, and that's why they never will come on the brother show, on Zakim show, his channel, and say a word. They are silent as church mice, and they're going to stay that way. Okay? So, first, don't believe me, check it out for yourself. Okay? And the other thing is this. The reason I'm glad that I did this searching and researching on this, one of the reasons I'm glad is this. It clearly separates the people who follow and not follow, but adhere to the information that Doc, Master Teacher, whatever name you call him, okay, that adhere to the information and teachings that he gave to us, that he relayed to us, and the methodology of being a scientist, which he relayed to us, which is all in every statement, everything must be supported by provable evidence, not theories, conjectures, and opinions. Okay? So this Sabian thing clearly separates those that follow, that adhere to the information Doc gave and the criteria Doc gave for all of us to follow in life and to adhere to in life, and the people who are not adhering to what Doc said to do and how to approach things and be the scientists, okay? The Sabians are not following what Doc said. They are not. And I'm going to prove this. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get to the proof. Okay, but I have to preface it. So once I get to the proof, I'm just going to go through it. And you can ask any questions, text them. I don't care. You know me. Okay, so the reason I say it separates is because what I'm about to release to you, what I'm about to, the information I'm about to give you, I found it within, at the maximum, 60 days, 2 months. Okay? And I have a job, I have a life, and blah, 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 just like anybody else out there. But I found this information. It was like waking up in the morning is easy. Going to sleep at night after a hard day, or your body's tired, mind's tired. It's just that easy to find this information. So the people who are following this Sabian way, you're not following what Doc said. You're not checking any information. You're not doing the slightest bit of searching or researching to find out if the information that you're being given is a truthful, factual information. Okay? You're not doing it. And the proof is going to be right here in front of you. Okay? So, now I said all of that, I'm going to get right to it. All right. First, what y'all have to understand is this. Understand, overstand. I'm not going to go into the semantics of over and understand. I'm just going to use, basic vernacular for everyone out there. Okay, cool. First, you need to understand that the Sabians, okay, they have been around. I'm not talking about this the Nuwapian, how can I say it now? The Nuwapians who've been tricked into being Sabian. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about way back in the day. Sabians have been around since the days of Muhammad. Okay? The Sabians. I mean this. First, Sabian is an Arabic word. Okay? It's not a Nuwapic name. It's not a Hebrew name or word. Nothing like that. It's strictly Arabic. Okay, so first you're going from Nuwapian and you're going backwards to Arabic. We were doing Arabic in the 70s and 60s. We were doing Arabic, to bring us to the Islamic Ansar Allah community, Islamic Hebrews, all of that. That's to get through that's so we could get through the Christianity, Islam, and Judaism to know it was all bullshit. Straightforward with you. And now you're going to call yourselves Sabians, which is an Arabic name. I'm going to find out some more in a minute here, okay? First, Sabians is an Arabic name, okay? Now, the Sabians have been around since the days of Muhammad. I mean this. It's easy to find out. All you got to do, get on your cell phone, excuse me, get on your cell phone, your laptop, your whatever, and don't even type it. Use the microphone and go, Sabians in the days of Muhammad. Put in origins of the Sabians. Just do that, and bang, you'll have it right there in front of you. That's proving that they're making you not doing any searching or researching. You're just believing what you're told. That's a religion. That's exactly what Doc said not to do. He said, don't believe me, but you're going to believe somebody. Anyway, back to the point. Okay, so the Sabians have been around since the days of Muhammad, okay? Islamic scholars. We're talking about scholars, the Islamic scholars who are known to be the top people or accepted by Muslims to be the top people, knowledgeable people, the elders in the field. Islamic scholars have written hundreds of books and information on the Sabians. I mean, hundreds of them. These are the scholars way back in Muhammad's day. Understand this. Second, what you need to understand is this. You need to understand about the word Sabian. The word itself, Sabian, is an Arabic word. Now, Sabian is the plural of the word Sabi. Okay? S-A-B-I. You have to call a man to be able to do that with you, but most people are speaking English, American English, so we're going to stick with that, okay? So, the word Sabian, okay, is a plural of the word Sabi. So, in other words, a Sabi is a singular individual of the group of Sabians, okay? The Sabian is the group. A Sabi is an individual that is a member of that group. Okay? The word Sabian does not mean group. It is just that Sabian is plural for the word Sabi. Okay? Sabian means, in Arabic, it means more than one Sabi. Okay, or group of Sabi. Okay. Now, there are two root meanings to the word Sabi. Understand this, okay? First, remember, Sabian is a group of Sabi. Sabian is the word that is the plural for the word Sabi. So we're going to talk about a Sabi right now, an individual Sabian. Okay? There are two root meanings for the word Sabi. One, we're talking Arabic here. We're talking in the Arabic language. I'm not talking about somebody's opinion. All you have to do is get yourself an Arabic English dictionary. You don't have one? Yeah, you do. Get access to one within 3 minutes at the maximum. Turn on your cell phone or your tablet or whatever, turn on the microphone and say Arabic English Dictionary. Then say English Arabic Dictionary. Bam, you'll have it right there. Okay. So, one is the Sab. Okay, let me start this part again for you, okay? Remember this. Sabian is the plural of the word Sabi. Sabi is one, an individual of the group of Sabians, okay? Now, there are two root meanings for the word Sabi. One is Saba, okay? Saba, okay? That's one of the root meanings for the word Sabi. One of the root meanings for the word Sabi is Saba, okay? That word Saba, which, well, how can I put this? Depending on the context it's used in, okay? Saba can mean to change, to come out, To change, to come out, to convert, or to return. I'll say that again. Saba is one of the root meanings of the word Sabi is Saba. Saba means, like I have to be accurate, okay? Depending on the context that the word Saba is being used, can mean either to change, to come out, to convert, or to return. Okay, now understand this. Every day, thousands of people convert to Islam. Worldwide, believe it or not, like it or not, Islam is the #1 religion in the world. Okay, all you have to do is do the searching and the research and put it on your computer. What's the #1 religion in the world? Or what's the top 5 religions in the world? You'll get Islam as the #1. Okay, it is the #1 religion in the world. There are more Muslims in China than there's any other religion. There's more Muslims in Russia than there's any other religion. I'm telling you, there's more Muslims combined worldwide. Islam is the #1 religion in the world. Okay, believe it or not, don't believe me. Check it for yourself. Okay, now, so my point is every day, thousands and thousands of people convert to Islam. For Arabic-speaking people, and for some people who don't even speak Arabic fluently, I'm talking about. Okay, they just what's the word I'm looking for? Shwaya. Okay, you say Yatakalam Arabi, that's shwaya. Okay, cool. You speak it a little bit. It's cool. To me, it's just a language. Okay, so my point is, being that thousands of people are converted to Islam every single day around the world. When Muslims or Arabic-speaking people refer to someone who has converted from one religion to Islam, what's the statement that Muslims make? What is the statement that Muslims make? I remember this back in the day when I was in the community. Okay, we were Muslims in the Ansarullah. It was called Ansarullah community. What did we call people who converted to Islam? What phrase did we use? Come on, y'all know it. We say Sabah Fulanu. Okay, Sabas Fulanu. What does that mean? Literally, it means I didn't say a person's name, but it means so and so was converted to Islam. So and so converted to Islam. That's a common phrase throughout the Islamic world for anyone who converts to Islam. Sabah Fulanu. We say that. This is a common statement. Okay? When I read that, checked it out, it clicked in. That's right. We used to say this back in the Ansar days. Now remember, the word Saba can mean, depending on the context that it's being used in, to change, come out, convert, blah, 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 blah. Okay? We already know this. Okay? And my point is, the word Saba, Fulan, that means someone who is converted to Islam. Okay? And the root Saba is a root meaning of Sabi. Sabi is a singular Sabeian. That's a convert. The word Sahaba means convert in the context. We use it, all Muslims use it, and Arabic-speaking people use it anytime they're referring to a person who is converted to Islam. When we want to say, when we're letting someone know that such and such a person converted to Islam, we'll say Sahaba Fulana. Excuse me, not Fulana. It's Fulanun. Got to make that noon sound, okay? But anyway, Fulanu, Sabas Fulanu, okay? That means such person converted to Islam. Now, here's another thing. The Islamic elders, back to them, they also state, and I'm talking about the scholars who were living in the time Muhammad was living. and knew of Muhammad. They, in their own writings, it's even in the, I'm going to get to that part in a minute. The Islamic elders also state numerous times throughout their writings that a Sabi, a person who is a Sabi, the word Sabi is a person that has, quote, converted to Islam. The word is not changed because the word Sabi does not have a definition or meaning that is equivalent to the word change. It is convert. Understand this. Gotta understand this, okay? So, how can I put this? Well, I'll just keep on going saying it. Okay, so, the scholars back in the day, back in Muhammad's time, let's put it like that, they made specific and detailed connections between the teachings of Muhammad and the beliefs of the Sabians, the group of Sabi. Okay? Understand this, because remember, Sabeian is a group of Sabi. Got to remember that. Don't forget this, okay? Okay, now. So, okay, so oh yeah, I forgot all about this one. It just popped up in my head. The Quran. Because I know some people might be saying, well, that really, no. How about if this works for you? Okay? The Sabians are mentioned in the Quran. Sabians, yes, Sabians. All you Sabians out there, listen to this. You're mentioned in the Quran. But when you're mentioned in the Quran, you're mentioned in the Quran in the same category that the Quran puts Jews and Christians. Oh yes, it's the truth. Like I said, don't believe me. Check it for yourself. Sabians, you are mentioned in Al-Quran. And every single time you're mentioned in the Quran, every time, you're put in the same category as the Jews and the Christians. Oh, yes, you are. You think not? Well, how about we do this? Go to Surah 2, Ayah 62, Jews 1, which happens to be on page 10. I'll give you a moment to go there. Yeah, you're dealing with a Nuwapian here. Doing it like Doc taught. Give the information, details. I'm going to give you a moment here to go get your Quran and turn to Surah 2, which is Al-Baqarah. Okay, excuse me, Al-Baqarah. Excuse me. I got a little dry throat, excuse me. Surah 2, Ayah 6-2, Juz 1. It should be on page 10. Okay, now, for those of you who have it open, and we're reading Surah 5, correct? Surah 5, Ayah 62, Juz 1. Or in other words, first sentence, 62nd verse. You all understand. Come on, Muslims. Y'all know. Come on now. Well, the Muslims know. And you Sabians, being that you're supposed to have gone and through the teachings like God put us through the teachings. You're supposed to know about Christianity inside and out. You're supposed to know about Islam inside and out. You're supposed to know about Judaism inside and out. or you can't speak on them, and then anyone can tell you anything, and then you'll be tricked and lied, and all of this other stuff. Okay, that's the foundation. That's the first three pillars. That's the foundation. But these individuals are not having you do that. They're just doing something that they created themselves. They're not following Doc's teaching pattern. Okay, so for those of you who are now ready, Surah 2, Ayah 62, Juz 1, page 10. It says, surely those who believe and those who are Jews. Now, you got to remember this. When the word and is put into any sentence, the purpose of the word and is to make a separation between the thing that was before the and the thing that was after the and. That is why you use the word and. That is the correct use of the word and. Okay, it's to make a clear separation. If you didn't want to make a clear separation, you would not put an and, you would put a comma. Okay, so, and then if you put a comma and an and following the comma, that's even separating it even more. Okay, but we all know basic grammar. We went to school, didn't we all? We have high school diplomas. Okay, so here we go again without interruption. Surah 2, Ayah 62, Juz 1, page 10. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and Christians, I'll read this again. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and the Christians and the Sabians, whoever believes in Allah and the last day and does righteous deeds, they shall have their reward with their Lord, and there is no fear for them, nor shall they grieve. We're going to read this again. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and those who are Jews and the Christians and the Sabians. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day and does righteous deeds, they shall have their reward with their Lord, and there is no fear for them, nor shall they grieve. Seems like Sabeian is mentioned in the Quran and placed in the same category as Jews and Christians. Oh, but I could be wrong. So let's go to Surah number 5, Ayah 69, Juz 6, which is on page 119. Again, Surah number 5, Ayah number 69, Juz number 6, page number 119. Surah number 5, Ayah 69, Juz 6, page 119. I'll give you a moment. Oh yes, this is in the Quran. It is in the Quran. So how's your day been, Zakim?
Pretty good so far, man. I'm just running around. Well, I've been running around after work. Had to get back here to make sure, I get into the broadcast and, looking up some things online.
Yep,
And,
I understand.
Yeah. You know how my day is, man.
I do.
So,
Okay, that should have given you enough time to get to Surah number 5, Ayah 69, Juz 6, page 119. And Sabians, you should be looking at this also. Oh, but you might be brain dirty not to do any researching and searching, not to check for yourself, just to, like religion, believe. It's like any religious person. Just believe. Or you might be the kind of so-called Sabian that is saying to yourself, wait a second, I should check this out. Common sense says I should check this out just to see. Because you know what? Brother Taliib is probably full of crap, and he doesn't even know what he's talking about, and he's probably just lying. Well, like Brother Taliib said in the beginning, don't believe me. Check it for yourself. All I'm doing is parroting what Doc said about himself. Don't believe me. Check it for yourself. That's all you got to do. And nowadays, it's easier to check information than it was when I was first in the community. Please. And you still don't check stuff out because you've been brain dirty not to check things out. All you do is believe. As long as you sit there with the outfit on and around people with the outfit on and wearing shades like Doc wore, you're thinking like, it's the Jesus syndrome. Please. Anyway, okay, so Surah 5, Ayah 69, Juz 6, page 119. And at any time whatsoever during this thing tonight, anybody can call up, text the brother, I don't care, email him, however you do it, and say anything, ask anything, and I'll address it, I guarantee it. Or just make a statement, Okay, it says, Surah 5, Ayah 69, Juz 6, page 119. It says, indeed, those who have believed, they were talking about in Rasulullah, in the Prophet Muhammad. I'm not going to read the added stuff. I'm just going to read literally what it says in the Arabic. Okay? But anyway, indeed, those who have believed and those who are Jews or Sabians or Christians, those who believe in Allah and the last day and do righteousness, no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. I'll read it again. Indeed, those who believe and those who are Jews or Sabians or Christians, those who believe in Allah and the last day and did righteousness, no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. Notice again, it states Sabian. And notice again, it puts Jews, Sabians, and Christians in the same category. Oh, but wait, hold on now. Now let's go to Surah number 22, Ayah 17, Juz 17. That is on page 334. Again, Surah 2:2, Ayah 1:7, Juz 1:7, page 334. Surah 22, Ayah 17, Juz 17, page 334. I'll wait.
Man, it's ones that run across this video, man. I mean, like evidence right in front of them. Like, come on.
What video did you run across?
No. I said whoever. I said for the Sabians that runs across this video, like the evidence is like right there. You can look like you giving them reference and look everything up. It's like you can't deny it.
Well, we're Nuwapians, brother. You and I are Nuwapians, just like there are millions of other real Nuwapians out there. You know how we do. We have no choice. All you Nuwapians out there, you know who I'm talking to. You know we have no choice. You all know it. You know we have no choice. Once Doc came and that was it, man. You know how it is. Real Nuwapians, we're not hearing this crap about we can't check things out, don't ask no questions, we don't know the answer. Like Doc said, many classes, you don't know the answer, get off there and put somebody up there who does. Yeah. And if you can't give me the answers, I bet you my last breath We got computers now. We can find out anything. Yeah. And look, like I said, I'm not attacking anybody. All I'm doing is putting the information out there. Okay? And no, I'm not putting the information out there because somebody's going to twist that. You think he Doc and all that. I don't think I'm Doc. I know who I am. Okay? But I also know who Doc is too. And I know everybody out there, all you real Nuwapians, you know the deal. You know why I'm doing it like this. This is how he taught us to do it. This is how he instructed us to do it. And once you got into the everything's got to be proven, there you have no choice. Please. So,
right.
And you, go ahead, brother. Say that. Say what you got to say. I'm sorry.
No, I say it right.
Oh, okay. Now, for all you Sabians out there, remember, I'm not attacking you. I'm giving you information. I'm letting you know. Here's a better way to say it. I'm letting you know that there is information out there that you can readily get. It's readily accessible. It's on your cell phone. If you've got a computer, you call it a cell phone. You got it right there. You can check anything. It says www//HTTP. What's that www? Worldwide web. Worldwide. I say this almost on every time I'm on the brother show. Worldwide information. You don't even need to know how to spell now. Okay? They have it where you can just turn on your microphone, say the words, and the computer will find it for you, and you'll have the information right that you don't even know how to spell, and you can still get the information. That is saying somebody who doesn't know how to spell can get any information that they want on the entire planet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can spell. You can spell. And still, you don't get the information. You don't do the searching and the researching to find the information, to find out the factual information. What? What's that say about you? What's that say about whoever taught you to be like that? To have such a mentality is not to be able to do any searching and researching. Come on, man. That's what they used to do in the Roman Empire. And please, come on, man. You're in the 21st century, almost 22nd century here. You need to wake up, find out, remember. Get your face out of Facebook for a minute. And do some researching and searching on the same thing you're using to play whatever, Jay-Z, or whatever you listen to, and whatever you do on it that is not enhancing your knowledge, that is not giving you facts. All right, now, guess I gave you enough time to find Surah number 22, Ayah number 17, Juz number 17, which is on page number 334. Quote, indeed, those who have believed and those who were Jews and the Sabeians and the Christians and the Magians, I'll go into those in a minute, the Sabeian, and those who associated with Allah, Allah will judge between them on the day of resurrection. Indeed, Allah is over all things. Witness. I'll read it again. Indeed, those who have believed and those who were Jews and the Sabeians and the Christians and the Magians and those who associated with Allah, Allah will judge between them on the day of resurrection. Indeed, Allah is over all things. Witness. So, just to make it clear, in the Quran, there are only 3 places where Sabians are mentioned. Only 3. There are only 3 places in the entire Quran where Sabians are mentioned. I just read all 3 of them to you. I just gave you the information where to find all 3 of them. Okay? And in each and every case. Now remember, Sabian, the word Sabian is a group of Sabi. The word Sabi means means convert. It's a convert, is a Sabi. A Sabi is a group. No, a Sabi is an individual Sabian. Okay? So the word Sabian means a group of converts. You must hear this. Do the searching and the research and check it for yourself. Don't believe me. The word Sabian means a group of converts. A Sabi is an individual like you on the other end of this sound of my voice, who happens to call yourself a Sabian. You should actually call yourself a Sabi, because you're an individual. Okay, you're one of a group called Sabians. You Sabi are calling yourself, because you're speaking Arabic, Sabi, and the word Sabi in this context means convert, converted to Islam. So every time you say that you're a Sabian, you are saying that you are a group of converts to Islam. Every single time you say it. Every single time. You're saying, and with pride, you're saying this, I'm a Sabian. Well, anyone who knows Arabic will know that you're actually saying, the English translation for it is, I'm a convert to Islam.
Watered down Muslim.
Correct. Well, watered down or not, you know, I'm making it clear.
Yeah.
That you're saying, all you people who say, I'm a Sabian, be a Sabian. I'm not saying don't be a Sabian. If that gets you through your day and makes you happy, be a Sabian. Be a convert to Islam. But you can't say that you're a convert to Islam and in the next breath say that you're following the teachings of God. You're following the information of God. The people who are having you call yourself Sabians cannot, now that you know these facts, and I'm not even done yet, okay? Now that you know these facts, that the Quran and Islamic scholars and anyone, forget the Quran and forget the scholars, put them to the side again. Just put them to the side right now. We just speak the Arabic language. In the Arabic language, the word Sabi is a singular person who is a singular of the group of Sabians. A Sabi is a singular Sabian. A Sabi is a singular Sabian. The word Sabi in this context is convert, a convert to Islam. Sabians are groups of people that are converted to Islam. There's no getting around it. So even if you're not looking at it from the Quranic point of view or the Muslim scholar's point of view, because I could put this argument, it's not logical because the evidence is proving overwhelming, I could put forth this argument if I wasn't using logic, reasoning, and such and so forth, you know, cognitive reasoning, and, you know, if I wasn't using the Nuwapian way, I would go like this. Okay. Well, I am a Sabian, but I don't follow Islam. Okay? I call myself a Sabian, but I don't follow the religion of Islam. Not at all. Okay, that's fine. So why does the name that you're calling yourself literally say that you're a convert to Islam? Are you schizophrenic? I mean, you're contradicting yourself when you're saying, I'll give you an example. My name is Taliib, but I'm not Taliib. You understand? I call myself a Sabian, a convert to Islam, but I'm not a Muslim. I don't follow the Quran. So why are you calling yourself a Sabian if you're not a convert to Islam? That's a contradiction in statement and in actions and in terms. It's just a contradiction. So at the very minimum, you should clear up the contradiction. You should call yourself something else, okay? And your leaders, your elders are supposed to know this already. They're supposed to be well aware of this, okay? It's not supposed to be something new to them. They're supposed to be way aware of this, okay? Why? They're supposed to speak Arabic. They're supposed to speak Arabic. They're supposed to speak Hebrew. They're supposed to already be speaking Arabic and Hebrew. They're supposed to know the Quran. They're supposed to know the Torah. They're supposed to know Christianity, the Bible. They're supposed to know Christianity, Islam, and Judaism inside and out. And if they know it inside and out, that should mean that they know Sabian and what Sabian means. I found what Sabian means in less than 2 months. And they don't know? Things that make you wonder. Have you been bullshitted? Like Malcolm X said, have you been bamboozled? Have you been hoodwinked? Don't believe me. Check the information for yourself. Use your common sense. Use the stuff that you were born with when you were born from your mother and your father. Understand this. Use those things. Let's get with it. These people are lying to you. I say this all the time on my brother's show here. Any of you, get any of your leaders from your mirrors, any of the instructors from your mirrors, bring them on my brother's show. I will miss a day of work to deal with you. Yes, I will. Put them on. But you can ask them, and here's what they'll say. Oh, it's not necessary to go back and forth with persons. Oh, man, they'll make excuses is my point. Let me ask you this, though. Back in the day, when Doc was out, before Doc was kidnapped, if anybody at any time wanted to ask Doc anything about anything, what would Doc say? Would Doc ever say, oh, well, I don't have time right now? Hell no, not Doc. Doc could be, bring him on. Bring it on. Then come here, I'll go there. Matter of fact, Doc went around the world doing it. He got whole books on it. 250 questions to ask a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew. Oh, please. You got these things out there already. It's nothing new. But your elders, as you call them, you Sabians, the elders, as you call them, they won't have a conversation with anyone except their little inside their groups. Why? Because they already have their groups brain buried. They know their groups are looking for some kind of fact, some kind of truth, something that helps them through their day, something to answer their questions. And they know how to manipulate you all. Yeah. The first step of manipulation is having you all not do any searching and researching, just believing. Yeah. You believe you were Sabians, weren't you? Didn't you? Yes, you did. Sure you did. And you are Sabians. How do I know? Because you call yourself Sabian. You say you're Sabians. So how am I supposed to say you're not Sabians? I'm not going to deny who you call yourself. My name is Taliib. I am Taliib. You can stand all day and night and say, you're not Taliib. You're not Taliib. I don't give a damn what you say. I know who I am. Plain and simple. Get it? You call yourself you. I call myself me. You happen to name yourself a Sabian. Or did someone else tell you you were a Sabian? And you just accepted it without question. I wonder which one it was. Did you call yourself Sabian? Did you give yourself the name Sabian by doing your own searching and researching to find out anything about the name Sabian that you have now? I doubt you have done any research on it at all. Because if you had, you wouldn't be calling yourself a Sabian. Because you know, Sabians, the word Sabian means it's a group of people who are converted to Islam. Why do I keep going back to this converted to Islam? Check it out. Here's why. Back in the 60s and the 70s, there was this thing called the Ansar Allah community. That's when we were all Muslims. I'm talking about, this is when Doc was first giving us the information, okay? And had us believing. I'm telling you, man, you have no knowledge if you weren't there, okay? You don't have the real, anyway, my point is, Doc had us walking around in white, speaking Arabic, Hebrew. I'm telling you, this is how it was. You don't have to believe me, okay? There's videos of it. Get on YouTube, put up Ansar Allah community tapes. No. What was it called? Oh, go on YouTube and put in True Light Tapes. True Light Tapes. TrueLighttapes. Then you'll know what Doc was doing in the beginning, back then. Then you'll see, we were calling Allah, we would have the Adhan. If you was in the community, you had to speak Arabic. Well, you didn't have to, nothing was forced upon anybody. But you had it was required that you spoke Arabic because you had to know the Quran. And if some one of these pale desert Arabs came up speaking Arabic to you and telling you that this word in the Quran means this, you would know whether he or she was telling the truth or not, telling a fact or not. That's the way you could tell. He did this with the Quran. Please. The Muslims hated us. Hated us. My point is saying this. That when we were Christians, we were Muslims, we were Jews. All of that. We went through all of that. Why did we go through all of that? You can find it on YouTube. There's a tape that says, I forget what, Dr. York, why were you Muslims? Then he explains the entire process, why we were Muslims. Because if you want to be if you want to be a mathematician, okay, or you want to know math, not necessarily be a mathematician for a profession, just for the information, okay? You want to be a mathematician. How are you going to do that? If you have a conversation with a mathematician, how are you going to have a logical conversation with a mathematician? How is that possible? You have to know math from the beginning through the end. You have to know math. You just have to know the difference between arithmetic and mathematics. See what I'm saying? Things like that. You have to know 1 plus 1 doesn't always equal 2 because you have positive and negative numbers. You have to know 1 plus 1 equals 2. You have to know addition, multiplication, trigonometry, calculus, all of those things. Why? Because you want to be a mathematician. Okay? That's why he put us through those things, because he knew that he was looking at the future, like a parent their child is like 7, and the parent is giving them information. Why? Because the parent is preparing the child for the future that the parent sees, but the child is not aware of yet. So Doc knew he was going to bring us through all of those things. Why? So that when these people, these Muslims or whatever, Christians, Jews come up, we could have the information and we wouldn't be stupefied and standing there and just spouting nonsense, something that sounds good that has no bearing in a fact. So, for these Sabians, for you Sabians out there, listen to what I'm about to say to you. Doc gave us, I'm going to stick to the Islam right now. Doc had us 100% Islam. I'm talking 100% in there. Muslims from other countries hated us because we were following the Quran more than they ever were. Okay, and we read the Quran, and they hated us because we were dark skinned, the color of Muhammad, and the color of Bukhari. Okay. And they hated that we knew more than they did. They hated it. My point is this. Then Doc, after we went through all the Christianity, blah, 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 and Sadawallah community, New Islamic Hebrews, all of that. Then Doc gave us the information slowly but surely that it was all bullshit. That's right. After we knew it inside and out, then he started having us, then it was like, well, look at that. Yeah, well, what does that actually say right there in the language? And we'd be like, well, it says, da-da-da. He says, okay, now get a dictionary. What does that say? What is that? What's that? Okay, now what's those words all together? What's the sentence with them? Oh, shit, nothing that means that's bullshit. Exactly. Wait a second here, but why'd you have us do this? And then the answer came, okay? It was all bullshit that day. It was yeah, we had to immerse ourselves. So we were, he showed us that it was all bullshit. So now you have these people who are running this Sabeian, created this Sabeian thing, told you Sabians that it was ordained by Doc. Not once did you say, prove it. Mm. And not do, and then when you didn't get the proof, stand by your statement, by your demand. You haven't proved it, I don't believe you. Because Doc said, don't believe me. You to check it. Since you're the ones who say you have access and you can get the information and blah, 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 because they keep saying, well, you can't talk to Doc and, you know, we're not supposed to talk about the case and the hell out of here. Not supposed to talk about it. When did Doc ever say you're not supposed to talk about something? Yeah, so that's some new shit that somebody brought up. Yeah. That's something new that somebody or some people, some elders brought up that was never part of Nuwapian. But y'all want to fall for it anyway. Okay, so in other words, way back, this is like the 60s and the 70s, we was doing that. Now we're in the year 2019. Years ago, Doc proved to us that Islam is bullshit. Christian religion is bullshit. And now you people are out there that these elders, as you all call them, have y'all convinced that you are Sabians. What's a Sabian? I'm going to say it again, because Sabian is an Arabic word, so I'm going to use the English word so you can understand it, because you probably don't speak Arabic. Here it is. You converts to Islam are doing what Doc showed BS. Before a lot of y'all was even born. Now that I think about it. Yeah. You're calling yourselves converts to Islam. Not I'm a Sabian. You just said the same thing I said. The only difference is you said it in Arabic and I said it in English. American English. So what now? Yeah, right. You happen to be a Sabi, an individual convert that's a group, that's a member of the Sabians, the group of converts to Islam. You just happen to be a Sabi, an individual who's converted to Islam. Now again, I'm not saying don't follow Islam. I'm not saying don't follow any religion. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just putting forth the information. These people are claiming to follow Doc. These people are claiming that this information came from Doc. Did you speak to Doc? No. You're getting 5,000 hand information from people who can't even get a man out of prison. And they keep telling you we're working on the case. And y'all still believe that crap. The evidence shows they ain't working on nothing. Oh, yes, they are. They're working on getting your money. They're working on that real good. So back to the Sabian. Okay. So get the point that I was making? They're having you become Muslims again. You're calling yourselves converts to Islam. When Doc brought us through that in the 60s and 70s and then showed us now this is all religion is bullshit. Belief is bullshit. Okay? Believe in something when you have no evidence to back it up. I have evidence to back it up. What's the evidence to back it up that Doc said that we should call ourselves Sabian? Here's the evidence. Well, my Imam said it. The elders said it. Fuck the elders. That's right, I said it. Fuck the elders. Fuck no. Every single one of them. Here's why. Other than the elders saying that Doc said to call you, for y'all to call yourselves Sabians, other than them saying it, making those statements, what evidence did they present to prove that Doc said that? Not one. They didn't prove. They didn't do anything. And you can't say to me, "Well, they said it because they were told by this one, and the lawyer said this, and every time you say this one said, this one said, this one said." Statements are not proof unless they're backed up by evidence. Well, how are we supposed to know? Correct. How are we supposed to know? So, in other words, since we don't know one way or the other, you just go on and believe that it is that way, that he did, rather than saying, hold on here. Okay, Sabians. Well, since I'm a Sabian, it's like checking out the word Nuwapian. Well, have you ever checked the word Nuwapian and see what that's about? What do you do the same thing with a Sabian? Well, a Sabian. Now we call ourselves Sabian. Well, what's a Sabian? Well, let's get on the computer and find out what a Sabeian is. Oh, no, we can't do that because we're not Nuwapians. We weren't taught to do that. Nuwapians do that. We don't do that. Only Nuwapians check things out. They don't believe. They check it out. But we're, Sabians or whatever you call yourself. We're Sabians. No, our elders wouldn't lie to us. Come on, people, y'all are crazy. So you're back to being Muslims when Doc we already went through that in the 60s and 70s. And now they got y'all back. Now they have you back becoming Muslims again. They're just going to twist it a little bit. Now you're Sabian. Sabian, because check this out, you don't even know Arabic. They don't even teach you Arabic. You're supposed to know how you supposed to read the Quran if you don't know Arabic. No, we're beyond reading the Quran. Oh, you're beyond reading the Quran? Okay, that's cool. So why you call yourself converts to Islam? Why you converts to Islam? Well, we're not Muslims because we don't read the Quran. We don't believe in that stuff. We just show it as a history book, not a history book, a book on mythology and things like that. Okay, great, but why do you call yourselves converts to Islam? If you're not a convert to Islam, why are you calling yourself a convert to Islam?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now, check this out. Remember before I was talking about Muslim scholars?
Yeah.
When I say Muslim scholars, I'm not talking about your elders. They're not no scholars. Well, they might be scholars. They might be well-learned. Okay, and they may have read a lot, but they're manipulating the hell out of you. Okay, you should have a slight idea of that by having them convince you to call yourselves Sabian, and you not knowing, and them not telling you that Sabian means convert to Islam, a convert to Islam. Why didn't they ever tell you that? Have you thought about that in this whole conversation? I bet you maybe one person, it came to one person's mind, wait a second, if that's the case, because if I'm telling you, if I was on the other side of this, and I was calling I was believing I was a Sabian and calling myself a Sabian, and some individual on the phone, whether I knew him or not, told me, you can get on the computer right now and find out what a Sabian, you bet your breath, while I'm listening to him, I'd be on the computer checking it. But I bet you, most of you Sabians, I bet you, not one, maybe one or two Sabians, 1% of you Sabians are checking anything that I've said, or I'm going to check anything afterwards. All you're going to do is, hey, that's what you're going to do. That's what the modern vernacular. You're going to hate on the information rather than check the information to see if it's true or not. But you're not. You're a convert to Islam. You call yourself that. I can't get away from that. See, I just can't get around it. You call yourself that. And you don't even know that you're calling yourself that. And your leaders know that you're calling yourself that. But they didn't tell you you're calling yourself a convert to Islam. Why? Isn't that kind of a trick? Isn't that kind of fucked up? Come on. Be real with yourself. That's kind of messed up that somebody has you calling yourself something that they're not telling you what it means, and they're not saying to you, they don't have you already thinking, I need to check what the meaning of this is.
Mm.
That doesn't occur in your mind to even think like that. Well, what is a Sabian? Have you ever thought to ask them what the definition of the word Sabian is? Maybe you have, and they gave you some bullshit, didn't they? They didn't take that it means convert to Islam. A group, Sabian is a group of people that converted to Islam. And that you as an individual are a Sabi, which is an individual who has converted to Islam. You just happen to be going amongst a group that converted to Islam. A group converted to Islam is called Sabian. That's the Arabic word for it, for a group of people who have converted to Islam. Sabian. Huh?
I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to ask you something real quick. What about the people that I told you that said that they call themselves Sabeian now because they adopted Dr. Sebi's diet, but they don't spell it S-E, they spell it S-A.
Okay, well, I can't address that because I haven't actually done any searching or researching on the people who are calling themselves Sabians based on what you just said, that they follow Dr. Sabi. Now, if those people also are saying they call themselves Sabians and claim to follow or adhere, not follow, but adhere to the information and the methodology that Doc relayed to us, they're not doing that. This is my point.
Yeah.
If you're adhering to the information and methodology that Doc put forward, or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Another way to say that is either you're a scientist or you're not. Another way to say that is if you believe what you're told if you believe what you hear and believe what you're told without any searching and researching to find information is factual or not, based on the information, okay, and you do a broad spectrum of searching and researching, then you're not adhering to what Doc said.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I mean, that's my concern. That's what I'm talking about. And like I said, me and you have said this a long time, and there's a lot of Nuwapians, real Nuwapians, who also know this and probably say it too. Y'all are religion. Sabians, and before you were Sabians, those who they tricked into becoming Sabians, it's a religion now. Y'all believe doctors didn't coming out of jail, out of prison, right? Sure you did. Still believe that. What you're putting aside is the lawyers and the Prince York and all these things. They don't want Doc out. They're making billions of dollars with Doc locked up. Okay? We told y'all this many, over 10, 12 years ago. We said this. We said this more than that. We telling you Doc ain't coming out. The lawyer, all of this is full of it, blah, blah, blah. Of course, they were saying, well, they're working on it, we can't talk about it, And where are we today? What is it now? 2019. Where's Doc? What has the lawyers accomplished? Yeah, right, I thought so. Now, put your outfits on, okay? Put the shades on. As long as you look like Doc, that's cool. That's cool. We're cool, bro. You can walk around, Yeah, we're good religion. You just like what is this 2019 religion called the Sabians? I'm not going to say Sabians anymore. I'll try not to anyway. I'm just going to put this. Sabian is an Islamic word, an Arabic word, not Islamic, an Arabic word. I don't want to get confused here. Okay, so I'm just going to use the American words. So all you converts to Islam, you call yourself Sabians because you're using the Arabic word. I'm just happen to use the English words. Okay. So all you converts to Islam, and you individuals who are converted to Islam, and you might say, I don't follow the Quran, I don't do what Muslims do. So why you call yourself for that? why you call yourself a convert to Islam? Why hasn't your leaders told you that the word means convert to Islam, a convert to Islam, or a group of converts to Islam? Why? Ask yourself that. Why didn't they tell you that? Yeah, you can step away from them fools. You can step away from them. You can. I promise you, you can step away from them. Then you'll say, somebody might say, well, how do I get the information? I need the information that Doc had, because I was trying to find out, okay, man, you know what? You sound like you know what you're talking about. While you was talking on the, I got on the computer, I started doing some searching and some research, and I'm finding out, damn, you were right. It's right there in front of me. Okay. Well, I don't want to walk around no more, because I don't want to walk around lost. Okay, because, this was helping me get through my life, and I was, doing my thing, and everything was great, blah, blah, blah. So what do I do now that I find out the people like the men, the elders are full of shit? What do I do now? How do I find Doc's real information? How do I know I'm doing the right thing, following this for real? Here's how you do it. Back to this thing called a computer. You got it right here in your hand. You're probably looking at it. Right now, some of y'all probably watching some... I don't know, some video or something like that, but here's what you can do. Check this out. Go to YouTube and put in the True Light Tapes. The True Light Tapes. Download them from number 1 all the way to the end. Once you see that, then you'll know the foundation. Because mind you, the True Light Tape, doctors still giving science and all this, no question about it, okay? But about the Islamic thing and the Christianity thing, that's when he was bringing us through that, okay? Having us be Muslims and so forth, for real. The reason I want you to see those tapes is because you will then understand, hopefully anyway, that religion is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And everything has to be proven. That's just the way it goes. Okay? And if you're not willing to do that, don't even go down the path of trying to even close to follow what Doc said. Okay? Don't even think about it. Keep on being the new, what do they call these people? Oh, the group of converts and the individuals who converted to Islam. Now, mind you, I'm not saying don't convert to Islam, don't be a Muslim, don't be a Jew, don't be a Hebrew, don't be a Hindi. Do any dang thing you want to, as long as you're not intentionally hurting somebody or something else. That's my core belief. Okay? I ain't nobody to tell you to do or not. As long as you're not hurting someone or something else. Do your thing. But don't claim that you're following the way of Doc. Okay? Okay, so now check this. I'll get back to the scholar thing. And remember, when I speak of the scholars, I mean the scholars that lived in the time of Muhammad. I don't mean like the Quran, whether you all know it or not. The Quran was written at least, at the very minimum, 50 years after Muhammad was dead. Muhammad never saw Quran, never saw Hadith. Not at all. The Quran was not even around when Muhammad was alive. I wonder why that is. But that's a whole other subject. Okay. Now, now the information I gave you about the Sabians in the Quran, and that they are always categorized, put in the same category as Jews and the Christians. Okay? And that the word Sabian means literally a group of converts, a group of people that have converted to Islam. And a Sabi, which you are out there, you individual Sabians, You are Sabis. That's an individual who has converted to Islam. You just happen to belong to a group of converts to Islam. In Arabic, you say group of converts to Islam, Sabians. Okay? So, I'm talking about, when I say Muslim scholars, I'm talking about the scholars who actually were alive the same time Muhammad was alive. They have first-hand knowledge, not the watered down, third party, fourth party, somebody else putting their opinion. No. Muhammad was alive. Okay? Whether y'all know it or not, Muhammad was ruthless. Okay? Ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going into that, but he was ruthless. My point in saying that is this. Somebody fucked with Muhammad or one of his people or his crew or something like that, it was go time. He'd come in and kill every living thing. I'm talking about everything. Men, women, children, take prisoners. Oh, please. You have no idea. You need to read the Islamic Crusades, and not the Crusades. You need to read it in the Quran. He says it.
Yeah.
Brothers Akim will give you the information if y'all want that information. Brothers Akim will give you that information, okay? He was ruthless. I'm talking ruthless. Not just mean, not just, he would look up the word ruthless. He was ruthless. Okay? For real. You mess with his, look, he was like MS-13. I'm telling you, y'all need to check out the information. Okay? So anyway, let me stick to this point. So when I refer to scholars, anytime I say Muslim scholars, I mean the scholars that lived in Muhammad's day. When he was alive, when they were alive, he was alive, vice versa. Okay? Muslim scholars, the Quran told you about the Sabians, or spoke about the Sabians, and they were put in the same category, okay, as Christians and Jews. Now, if that's not enough for you, if that's not enough evidence to prove that Sabians were Muslim, were people who converted to Islam, okay, then let me ask you this. Muslim scholars, okay, remember what I mean by Muslim scholars? In their writings, in the Muslim scholars, they wrote hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books, kitab, okay? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Each scholar wrote them like, come on, man. Anybody who knows anything about Islam knows that the Muslim scholars wrote hundreds of kitabs, or books, okay, tablets. They wrote hundreds of them, okay? And in these writings of these scholars, they also put the Sabians in the same category as, in a lot of their writings, they call them the ecclesiastic. Hold on, what's that word? It is. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they were. The ecclesiastics. No, ecclesiates. That's it, ecclesiates. Okay? The point is, ecclesiates were a sect of Christians and Jews. They were a religious sect of Christians and Jews. But these Muslim scholars put the Sabians in the same category as excuse me. As these group of Muslims and Jews. Christians and Jews. Excuse me. Okay? And the Muslim scholars also put the Sabians in the same category as the Hermetics and the Mandaeans. Okay? And I want to make this clear. I'm not trying to get the Mandaeans. Don't confuse the Mandaeans with the Mahdians. Okay? The Mahdians. They're completely different. Let's not get confused with the Mahdians and the Mandaeans. Two different things, two different groups Okay, two different societies. The Mandeans and the Hermeticists, they were Gnostics. Okay, understand this? They were Gnostics. A Gnostic is spelled G-N-O-S. Hold on, I think it's G-N-O-S-T-I-C. Yeah, they were Gnostic, what is called Gnostic. Okay? The other thing is this. To this very day, to today, as we're talking, the Medians, the group that originally were Gnostics, to this very day, they are identified and referred to as Sabians, converts to Islam. To this day, they even consider themselves, they even refer to themselves as Sabians. Okay? That's just the facts. Okay? So let me just end by saying this part. If any one of you, if you or anybody you know are referring to themselves as a Sabian, okay, what they are actually saying with you or anyone else who says, I'm a Sabian, is actually saying is, quote, I am a convert to Islam. Literally. Because the word Sabian is an Arabic word which means a convert. No, excuse me. The word Sabian means a group of people that have converted to Islam. A Sabi, S-A-B-I, is one person, is an individual who has converted to Islam. A group of Sabis are called Sabians. Sabians or Sabians, pronounce it how you care to. Understand that. So no matter how you look at it, no matter how you duck it and dodge it, no matter how you swift it and move it, unless you just completely want to ignore the facts of the language of the Quran, of the Islamic scholars, unless you want to just disregard all of that, put it away, and mind you, I haven't even, let's say the information that I've gathered in just 2 months was the size of a needle, an entire needle. I haven't even scratched the tip of 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 the tip, 1,000-time tip of the needle of the information I have gathered in just 2 months. That information I relate to you is not even a tip of the tip of the tip of the tip of the tip. It's nothing. It's like I didn't even say a dang thing. Understand this. I have volumes, well, not volumes, but I definitely have at least 3 hours of information without question. And what I wanted to do at this particular time was give you the information and let you know whether you are Sabian, whether you are a member of whether you are the group of converts to Islam, a group of people that have converted to Islam, or a Sabi, an individual who has converted to Islam. I just want to give you the information of what you are actually calling yourself, what it actually means. Okay? And that let's say in the late 70s, early 80s, Doc started showing us that Islam is full of shit, Christianity is full of shit, Judaism is full of shit, all religion is full of shit. Not any, it's just full of shit. Okay? It's just nonsense. It's nothing to do with Nuwapianism. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Those tapes on YouTube, True Light tapes. They are called the True Light tapes. So, Sabians, check this. Oh, Nuwapians. This is to the Nuwapians out there, okay? Every time a Sabian that you are talking to or encountering as Sabian, they say to them, I mean, when they say, I'm a Sabian, you say, yes, you are convert to Islam. If they say, no, because they're going to say, I'm a Sabian. The response should be, yes, you are amongst the group. You are a member of the group that has converted to Islam. This is why I want you to say it to them, because it's going to shock the hell out of them. What the hell are you talking about? What? I ain't converted to no damn Islam. I ain't following no Islam. I stopped Islam way back in the day. We blah, 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 blah. So why you call yourself convert to Islam or convert to Islam? Why do you call yourself then? That? Why do you call yourself that then? Huh? Why? I don't call myself, oh, so you don't know what Sabian means. Then pull out your cell phone and show them. Here's what Sabian means. It means convert to Islam. Wait. Do what scientists do. Do what doctor to us. When I say us, I'm talking about Nuwapians. Do it how doctor did to us. Doctor didn't pull the rug from under us. Doctor said, really? Yeah. Well, here's a little piece of information. Yeah, I know you all, you got this, it's the 60s and the 70s. You got a black American, Afrocentric thing. I understand. Yeah, right. So you're looking for something other than this white man's Christianity and shit like that. Okay, wonderful. Let's all be Muslim. Muslim is the way. Allahu Akbar. Itna salata mustaqim. Salata Rabbina Maraj Alayhi. Haiba Bidi Alayhi. All of that. Yes. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And then a couple of years later, oh shit, it's full of shit. This is bullshit. It's all made up. It's mythology. Oh my God. Okay, wait a second. Let's do this. Let's do Judaism. No. It's okay. It's okay. We'll go. Stop. It's all right. Don't pack. We're gonna bring you to the. I'm gonna show. We're gonna be Christian now. We'll be Christian because Islam full of shit. Yeah, that's just a religion. So Christianity is the way. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus, he came to save. Yeah, Jesus coming back. Jesus came back. Wait. Now you're showing us a black man. Jesus, black man. Oh, my God, I thought he was a white man. Okay, he's a black man. Okay, cool. He's a black man. Okay, he's a black man. Yep, he's a black man. Is Mary Miraculous? Oh, yeah, shut up. Miraculous? Yeah, and the miraculous could have been from UFOs and Africa. Oh, shit. Jesus never existed. Mary never existed. So what are you saying? Wait, you just have, wait a sec. Okay, all right, I'll tell you what. Now we're going to do this in the new Islam. Okay, cool. See, now you're just scientists. I brought you through the first 3 levels. Now you know it's all bullshit, all that bullshit. Now you know how to do searching and researching. Now you know habitually how something is said to you, your brain instantly your brain clicks on instantly to these words. Prove it. Right, exactly. So for all of you converts to Islam, you call yourself Sabians, which is the Arabic way of saying convert to Islam. Yes. No. Sabian means a group of people that have converted to Islam. So you individuals out there who are members of the Sabians, the group of converts to Islam, you are Sabis or Sabies, an individual who is converted to Islam. So when you introduce yourself, not introducing the group of converts, since you're introducing yourself, or when you are introducing yourself, you should say, being linguistically accurate, you should say, I am a Sabi, or I am a Sabi. I'm an individual that has converted to Islam. I am part of the Sabeian movement to convert to the group that has converted to Islam movement. Okay? Now I'm so glad, like I said in the beginning, I'm overwhelmed, well not overwhelmed with joy because you're being tricked and lied to. The Sabians out there, you're being lied to by these fake ass elders. And I normally don't curse on these things. But I've had I'm done with these elders now. They don't deserve respect. They don't deserve respect. I mean, I have respect because, I'm a Nuwapian. That's just the way I am. Okay. But they don't deserve the level of respect I was giving them before. They're deceiving my people. They're tricking my people. They are bamboozling my people. And I'm concerned about the ones who are adhering to these elders, as they call them, and don't know that you're being bamboozled. You don't know that you're being hoodwinked. Those are the people I'm concerned about. I'm very concerned about you all. Okay, because believe me, if I didn't run across Doc and didn't become a Nuwapian, it'd been a whole nother path for me. Okay, like millions of other people. So, to all you Nuwapians out there, the real I don't have to even say real Nuwapians. I don't have to say that anymore. Wow, isn't that great? Sabians are not Nuwapians. Sabians don't adhere to what Doc taught, his methodology. They don't adhere to that. Their elders have been believing that they are adhering, but they're not. And hopefully this was a little bit to help you understand that your elders are lying to you. They're tricking you. Here's that question again that I presented before. How come you didn't know that the word Sabeian means a group of people that converted to Islam? How come you didn't know that the word Sabi is an individual of the group who has converted to Islam? Why didn't your elders tell you that? Why didn't they give you that information? Why not? They withheld that information. They didn't even want you to know what you're calling yourself, but yet they gave you the name. They're the ones who told you to call you that. And how did they convince you to call yourself that? They know the magic words. I'm going to tell you the magic words right now that you were convinced the moment you heard these words. Doc said so.
Mm-hmm.
It came from Doc. You don't know it came from Doc, and I'm going to tell you straight. Any Nuwapian out there knows it couldn't have come from Doc.
Yeah.
Because it came from Doc, that means we'd be going backwards instead of progressing. We would be regressing instead of progressing. We would be getting worse. We would be doing what Doc said not to do. Doc would be contradicting himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay? He would be contradicting himself. Now I want to get it clear. There are numerous times where Doc said, when people ask him questions, Doc said, I don't know. It's not like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, but it has happened. Now, a book with me right now. I'm not going to go into this. Hold on. It's scroll number 82. It's called Extraterrestrials in Our Midst. In that book, Doc actually says, in that scroll, Doc actually says, somebody asked him a question, Doc says, I don't know. Yeah, he says, quote, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
my point is, I'm not even going to go there. I forgot my that.
If you don't know, don't try to dance around it and act like you do.
Correct. There you go. Right. There you go. That's exactly it. Okay. Right. Because you're being, listen, people, Sabians, excuse me, I said I was going to use that English, American English. You group of people who call yourselves a group of people that are converted to Islam, you need to go and ask your elders, why didn't they tell you what I just told you?
Mm-hmm.
And then ask them, whatever answers they give you, remember this, they didn't tell you. They hid it from you. They hid it from you. Why are you listening to people who claim to have your betterment in mind, they claim to have good intentions for you, yet they have you actually call yourselves literally a convert to Islam, and they didn't tell you that's what you were calling yourself? How could a person who did that to you be trusted?
Mm-hmm.
How can you be trusted? No, they intentionally, on purpose, not by mistake, not because situations changed and they had no choice or they didn't have any option, no control over their situation. They purposely planned it systematically, spread that lie. You are Sabians, and Doc said, how come? Because we got it from Doc. Fuck you, you ain't get shit from Doc.
Mm-hmm.
We get nothing from Doc, not a damn thing from Doc. And here's how come I know it, because Doc doesn't contradict himself. Doc will say, I don't know. Okay, but I've never known of Doc to contradict himself. And nobody can convince me that Doc ordained this, because he gave too much. Look, anybody who's been in the day knows Doc didn't do this. Doc did never ordain this, and not even people who were living in the community. People who just knows the real Doc's information and how Doc said to do things. They would know, no, man, this is bullshit. Doc ain't saying nothing like this. Doc couldn't have said anything like this. Why not? Because he showed us how much, since we're dealing with Islam, the Muslim and Arabic, okay? He showed us how bullshit Islam is. There was no way to get around it. How much religion is bullshit. So now you're telling me, Doc said, now we're going to call ourselves Sabians. Well, then us Nuwapians, we'd be like, wait a second. What Sabian mean? Okay, Sabian means this. Wait, Doc. Sabian means convert to Islam. So you bring us back to Islam. And if Doc said, well, yeah, you'd be like, no, you can't be Doc, because here's the deal. You already showed us Islam is full of shit. You showed us religion is full of shit. You showed us proof of everything. You showed us that we need proof for everything. Religion doesn't need proof. It needs belief. That's all it needs. You say something, the person up in front of us says something, we all believe it. Yeah. And you telling us now that we're supposed to, no. Something's going on here. Something else is here. There's a trick going on and we know it. We just got to find out what it is. Now it's time to do another set of researching to find out, one, how the fuck you fake it up like you Doc. Okay? And there'd be a whole lot of questions about real Nuwapians. Okay? Nuwapians would not even, no, you can't have us doing out of copy like this. Nuwapians would have done the searching and the researching when we heard the name. Because that's how he trained us. He trained us to research what does Nuwapian mean? Mm-hmm. What does Christian mean? What does Christianity mean? What does Muslim mean? I know a lot of you think it means something that it actually doesn't. Okay? And it wasn't like he said, well, no, it means this. He said, get the Arabic English dictionary and read it. But no, y'all don't want to do that. They just want to sit there with your pastors and your preachers and your imams and whatever they say go. They have the word of God. Jesus is coming back. Oh, yeah. Doc is coming back. He's going to come out soon. We just can't talk about it. If you can't talk about it, how Doc is coming out soon? that the judges, that the legal counsel's working on it. If nobody can talk about it, how do you know how do you know the things you claim to know? If nobody can talk about it, that means somebody must be talking about it. And the second thing is this: that's my brother. We're all family, right? So you telling me I can't know information about my brother, my family member who's locked up? You concealing information about a family member from a family member?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of strange. Yeah, why are you hiding things from the family? Nobody can talk to him, huh? Does anybody know anything about the shoe? Can you write people letters in the shoe? Hey, Zakim.
Yes.
Can you write letters to people in the shoe? Huh?
No, you talking about write letters to people?
Right now, if you want to write a letter to Doc, could you write a letter to Doc?
Nope.
And he gets it? Huh?
No. I done tried it. I done tried it.
Why not?
They send it right back.
Because it has to go through who?
Have to go through the white man.
The lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Right. So who's the buffer between our brother locked up and anybody else in the family? Who's the buffer? Who's the person in the middle of all this?
The beast.
The lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyer.
Right. That's who's in the middle of all of it. So everything that all of you people are hearing that's supposed to be coming from Doc is actually coming from the lawyer. And the people, the elders that the how can I say this? From the lawyer and the elders who are in cahoots with the lawyer.
Yeah, Victoria.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, y'all are two frightened little girly boys and whatever you want to call yourselves to actually ask these questions of your elders. Them people don't care about y'all. They lied to you. Ask them, why did they not tell you what Sabeian means? What Sabeian means? That the Sabeian means convert to Islam. Convert to Islam. Sabeian is a group of people that converted to Islam. So remember this. I'm done at the end of this part. Remember this. All of you people who call yourselves Sabians, remember this. Like it or not, every single time that you say, I am a Sabian, you are saying, in fact, I am a convert to Islam. That's just the way it is. Now you'll say, well, I don't follow Islam. If you don't follow Islam, why are you calling yourself a convert to Islam? Why are you calling yourself a member of the group that has converted to Islam? Why are you calling yourself that if you don't follow Islam?
Right.
Yeah. Your words and your actions contradict each other. And it took them about 12, 15 years, something like that, a little bit longer, to have you change from Nuwapian, from calling yourselves Nuwapian. And when I say they, I mean the elders and the people who are manipulating you. It took about 12 to 15 years for them to trick y'all from calling yourselves Nuwapians to calling yourselves Sabians. So I figured it'd take another 10, 15 years for them to have y'all following the way of Islam blatantly, but y'all will call it something, but the leaders will have you calling it something else.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They'll say, no, this is not Salat, because instead of getting on the knees and dropping to your knees and putting your head between your knees, we're not doing that. We're dropping to our knees and putting our hand on our lap and then putting our head on our shoulder or some shit like that, they're going to say. But you still be calling yourselves Sabian, converts to Islam. You still be a Sabian. A group of people converted to Islam. So, like it or not, that's just the way it goes. I'm done, and I'm going to end it by saying this. First, thanks, brother, for having me on again.
Thank you.
And nothing I said here was to hurt anybody's feelings or all of that. Okay, any type of negativity. It's to relay the information. Okay, if I didn't care about, if I didn't care about y'all, I would have never said to my brother, look, man, let me do this thing on that Sabian thing. Because I'm gonna let y'all know something. I didn't even know about the Sabian thing going on to change. So Kim is the one who told me about it. He's like, look, man, you ever heard about this Sabian thing? I'm like, what Sabian thing? Like, yeah, well, Nuwapians are this and da 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 da, such and such and such and such and such and such. Like, okay, it's a Sabian. What's a Sabian? And right when he told us, what did we do? We pulled out our cell phones and fine, let's find out what a Sabian is. I mean, it wasn't like we were going, well, it was Sabian this, Sabian this, and Sabian that, and da-da-da. No. Say with the Sabian. Oh, damn. Pulled out our cell phone. Bam, Sabian. What's that? And started to find out from that point forward what a Sabian was. It wasn't like, we were looking for something good or something bad, have to put people down or put people up. No, we wanted to know what the hell a Sabian was.
Yeah.
Of course, hey, this could have come from Doc. No, I couldn't have come from Doc because Doc is locked up and we already know the lawyer's full of shit and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, hold on. Let's not get all like this. Let's find out what a Sabian is first. Let's start doing some searching. At that time on the Sabian thing, we weren't doing any researching. Here's why. We had not even done any searching. Okay, so we didn't know what the Sabian was at all. So first we had to do some searching. And once we had the information and knowledge about the Sabian, then we had to do some researching to get more information.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you'll hear me and the brother saying searching and researching, and people say, damn, isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. Okay. So, once again, I didn't say anything here to hurt somebody's feelings or anything like that. All I'm doing is giving this information out. Okay, the information that I have found, I'm relaying to y'all. Okay, and the information that I just relayed today, like I said, it's the tip of the needle of the information that I have gathered in just 2 months. Imagine that. And I'm just saying to myself, there's got to be 1 million pounds more information out there. And I'm going to get it. Okay, I'm going to get it because we're scientists. So once we saw it, we just don't end. We just, yeah, that's the way it goes, man. Anyway, so don't believe me. Again, this is Talib saying exactly what Doc said about himself. Doc said every time he started class, he said, don't believe me, check it for yourself. And during class, he was like, don't believe me, check it for yourself. At the end of it, don't believe me, check it for yourself, because I'm lying. Well, he didn't say because I'm lying, but I put that in there all the time, because I'm lying. The reason I say I'm lying, because I want you to go and check. It might be some motivation for somebody out there to go and actually get off your lazy butt, pull out that dang computer, that cell phone, that tablet, whatever, and actually do the searching and the researching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a 24-hour day. You tell them you can't take 15 minutes out of a 24-hour day to do some searching and researching or something that's supposed to be important to you? Yeah. Oh, no, I forgot. If you're in a religion, you don't do any searching and researching. You only listen to the person who's spouting their mouth off. You don't need no facts. Like they say in religion, don't ask those questions. God knows. God works in mysterious ways. You don't know the fucking answers. Fuck you, God works in mysterious ways. Mysterious ways is only for people who believe in mysteries. There's no mysteries, because all you got to do is some searching and some researching, and you'll find out the answer to whatever is a mystery. God. Anyway, your elders are lying to you. They've been tricking you. They're full of shit. Plain and simple. Now, for those who say they're not, bring them on the brother show. They can, talk on the phone, get on camera. I don't care. Yeah. I will literally take off work even. If they say, look, man, I can do it at 12 midnight on whatever, or 4 in the afternoon or whatever, and I have to work that day, I'm taking that day off. I give you my word on it. I'll take that day off for any elder, any leader of the persons or person who run these meters, any of you, any Sabian. I'm gonna say it in English now. Any individual any individual convert to Islam is a Sabi, who is the member and the group of people that have converted to Islam. Any Sabi, why Sabian? Why is and in Arabic for those who don't know. Okay. So for the individual and the individual who's converted to Islam and the group that is converted to Islam. Any. Bring your leaders. Go to your mirror and say to them, there's a guy, blah, 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 and watch them say everything except for yes. Because I guarantee they've heard about my brother's channel. Guarantee they heard about my channel. And guarantee they know if they come at a Nuwapian, Sabians will fall. Well, actually, anything fake will fall. I'm not going to, be putting a direct personal thing. Anyone who comes against a Nuwapian falls. All falsehood falls. That's just the way it's been. They can keep Doc locked up for a millennium, and they probably will. He'll die in prison. But it's not going to change Nuwapians.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. No matter what, it's not. The people who know the deal back in the day, they know the deal. And it's not going to change. So for all you Nuwapians out there, I'm so glad I don't have to say Nuwapians are real. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, man. So for all you Nuwapian brothers and sisters out there, I say peace and blessings to you. You all have a great one. For the group and the individuals that call themselves converts to Islam, I feel I send you out my peace and my love. Hopefully, you will actually present these questions to these people who are the leaders of the Sabeian religion. Okay, yes, it's a religion. Okay, if you're not questioning your leaders, if you're not questioning and doing searching and researching, you're just being told something and you are believing it, that means you believe in a rumor. Okay. I feel for you. I really, really, really do. So in closing, don't believe me. Don't believe anything I said here. You know why? You got it, because I lied. Everything I said is a lie. You can go on the computer right now. You ain't going to find nothing about the Sabians. Why? Because it's something that Doc made up. He did. It's a new thing. He made it up. How do I know? Because I went to the prison. I scared. I went to the prison. I snuck in. Victoria, she's my second cousin on my aunt's uncle's side. Snuck me in there. See, I noticed she knew this God who knew this God who knew this God. Okay? Oh, excuse me. She knew the CO who knew the CO who knew the CO who knew the warden. And the warden allowed me to get in there, but don't tell nobody, okay, yo? So I talked to Doc, and he really did okay all of this. Okay? I was just testing, because really, I'm a shit. Fuck it. I'm a Nuwapian. I don't know. Anyway, people, you all have a good one. Do the research. Do the searching, because it's out there. And this is not a joke, y'all. Things are whack. They have changed the whole damn thing up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't have to follow anyone. Don't follow anyone. Doc even said don't follow him. That's why I keep correcting myself, because I keep saying follow doctrine. No, adhere to the information. Don't follow no man, no woman. Fuck for. Men and women are fallible, okay, including your leaders at your mayors. I'm going to change the name for the mayor now, because they're going to go back to Arabic.
They just might.
It's just crazy. Man, we got these people not thinking. Anyway, have a good one, everybody. I got to bed down. Things to do. Oh, shit, I got to be up. Anyway, all right, brother. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for having me, bro.
All right. Thanks.
All right, okay.
It's been an honor. All right. Well, folks, there you have it. That's Brother Taliib, and he brought the facts. He brought receipts. Anybody who runs across this and wants to come in and challenge him on it, he would not hesitate, to get it on. So, with that being said, I am Brother Kim. This is Key Life Productions, and till next time. Next Tuesday, I'm supposed to have Minister Mac. I nicknamed him Minister Mac. And this guy actually said that children are evil, and the reason why God killed the children, sent the she-bears to kill the children, is because the children might grow old and be evil, not considering that God actually created evil. And if you give a child a gun, and you tell them to shoot somebody, that the child is evil and not you. If everything goes right, he'll be back on Tuesday night, 10:30, same time. And if not, I'm gonna just open it up and put a subject up, and whoever wants to come in and talk can do it. Until next time, peace.